Hello friends and welcome to another new and exciting video of GIPL Technical Series, where we take you through different technical advancements, features of development tools as well as different concepts used in our software development field. Today we will be talking about a very important and wonderful feature of SQL Server Reporting Services, a matrix report. We shall talk about what exactly is a matrix report and how to generate it and get your desired data. Before we start with the topic, I would like to give you some information about me and GIPL. I'm Krupa Dhruv and I'm working as a senior software engineer with GIPL. GIPL is a government organization. We provide IT and IT-enabled services to different government organizations. We provide informative videos about government software and latest technological tutorials. So please do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out on any of our new videos. Right, let's resume with the topic now. Now first of all, what exactly is a matrix? Matrix is nothing but a table in which any cell data is identified by the combination of its row header data and column header data. Let's understand this with an example. This is an employee summary data of a bank. Let's take any XYZ bank and let's assume that it has its branches in 5 districts. And I want the employee count of each branch gender-wise. So here we can say that this number 3 is the male employee count of Baroda district branch. Right? So this is how a matrix data can be shown. But how can we generate such a matrix with our SQL database dynamically? Here's where SQL Server Reporting Services SSRS comes into picture. SSRS has a wonderful functionality to generate such reports easily. There are two ways to generate a matrix. One is using a matrix wizard and the second method is creating a matrix manually. We will be going through both the methods one by one. Now before we start creating the report, let's take a look at the table structure in the database. I have taken the same example that we used before and this is the table data. This is our district master and here we have employee details saved for each employee working in 5 different districts. And this is the data that we will be using to generate the report. Fine. Apart from the tables, we will also require a data source and a data set to connect to the database and create the report. We have already published videos describing these terms and how to use them while creating a report. So if you are new to SSRS, then please refer those videos first. I have already mentioned the links in the description. Alright, now let's start with the report. Here I have my report builder open. We'll be adding a new report here. File, new. Now as I mentioned earlier, there are two ways. One by using the wizard and the other is using a blank report and then adding a table matrix manually. Let's try the wizard method first. We'll click on it. It will ask for a data set first. We don't have any, so we'll be creating one. Next, it will then ask for a data source. If you don't have a shared data source, then please create one. I already have a shared data source, so we'll be using it. And we'll click on next. Now this view here is given to design a query. I've already formed my query, so we'll be pasting it here. Let's execute it. There. You can see our query is a very simple and basic one, and it is returning completely flat data. So now we'll click on next. Now here is where we need to concentrate. Here we have sections for row groups, column groups, and summation values. Now if we wish to create a report like so, then we require the district branch names here as our row groups and gender as our column groups. So coming back to the report, we'll add district name to our row group. Now to add a particular field to any section, you just need to drag the field and drop it in a section. So we've added district name to our row group. We'll add gender to the column group and employee ID primary key to the summation section. Now here by default it takes the sum function, but we need the count function. We'll change it to count. Right? Now click on next. This is how the totals will be shown. Right? And this is the basic format in which the report will be generated. We'll click on next and finally finish. There, it's done. You can format the report as required. We'll format it a bit. Let's add a header to the report. District wise employee count. Right. Let's give a order to our report. There. Now let's run it. As you can see, we could generate the table we had planned for by using a simple query in a matrix report. Now let's try the other method. We'll go back to the design view and again select new, and we'll be taking a blank report now. First of all, we'll have to connect to a data source here. So right click on data sources, add a data source. Again, you can create a new data source or connect to a shared data source as we are to do now. Now we'll have to insert a matrix table here. So go to insert and matrix. They have also provided the wizard option here. We'll select the other option. After clicking, bring your cursor to the report area and click here. It will ask for a data set now. We'll paste the same query here. If you have a stored procedure, you can connect to it. As you can see, a table with row grouping and column grouping is created. Now we just have to add the data fields in the cells. Now to add the fields, you can drag and drop a field like this, or it can be selected from the options given in the cell. Same way for the column groups. And in the data cell, we need to show the count of the employees. So we'll be adding an expression here. By default, it takes a sum function. So we'll be changing it to count. Right? To show the total data, we'll have to add columns and rows outside the group like this. We'll format our report a bit as we did it earlier. We'll add a border. We'll make the headers bold. You can also add the title to your report. And our report is ready. Now let's run it. There, you can see the same data as we generated using a wizard. One more thing and our report will be complete. As you can see, a column header is missing in our report. To add it, we'll go to the design view again. We will have to add a row outside and above the column group like this. Outside and above the column group. Right. So now we'll run it again. So this is how our report will look like. You can make it more attractive and viewable by using different formatting options. And we'll soon be making a video on it too. So friends, you see how simple it is to create a matrix report, that too with flat data. You do not require to make any complex queries for this. So that's it for now, friends. Please share your views and doubts in our comment section. We'll be happy to acknowledge them. So hope all this information was really helpful to you. For any IT and IT enabled services, you can contact GIPL. Details are shown on the screen. If you like our video, please hit the like button and share with your friends and family. Thank you for watching, and we shall meet you soon in our next video. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and take very good care of yourself.